Connection failed. What? You good? You good? What the hell, man? Uh, that's not good. That's very bad. It's been a nightmare to get this damn beta to install because it detected the old one that I had from like last year. I had to I had to clear my registry and back up my registry to get the game to install, which is really weird. Like, dude, it's not that serious, man. Can you just work? Now it's not detecting the game. Great. Alright, well that was easy to fix at least. I'm not looking for any tech support today. I'm off. I haven't had to deal with anyone else's stress for 2 days now. It's like, yeah, gave this like 10 minutes of effort. Alright. Hope I didn't glitch because I backed out of the game. I don't know why they're doing another beta and they're wiping again, so it's like I kind of just want to see what changed. I'm not doing all that grinding again for like the third time. it's just like Pinnacle of Combat. We're doing another beta, but we're wiping again. It's like, alright, well, I'm only gonna play this for a few hours. Keep wiping. I'm not gonna put a lot of time into this, period. Plenty of games to play that don't wipe. They said that this is the last one, so you're not gonna wipe anymore after this, hopefully. They've wiped this game like 3 times now. Little tiresome. Alright, let me out of this menu! I hate tutorials, man. Okay. No. Let me figure out things by myself. I've played this like 30 times. That's what I hate about mobile games, is they gotta treat you like you're a toddler. This ain't gonna be anyone's first video game, alright? Like... This is for a very specific audience. Nobody's gonna be playing this as their first video game in 20 years, and people are doing, like, interviews and shit. This is gonna be absolutely nobody's first video game. You don't have to treat me like a toddler, alright? Like, I can figure it out. That's how these kinds of games work, though. This game is not pay to win, but they still want to, like, make sure that they can get money out of everybody. Yeah, if we treat people like toddlers, maybe we'll get more Neanderthals to, cough up $500 for some loot boxes. I don't know. Maybe that's their reasoning. Remember the parry timing. It's been months since I played this. Apparently they did change some stuff, like this character is new. Apparently there's like a different kind of currency for the summons as well. So it's not like the it's not like the last Pinnacle of Combat beta where they added like absolutely nothing. It's like, alright. You're doing another beta, and you wiped again, and you didn't add anything. It's like, dude, why am I gonna play that? Like, I'm not gonna... You wiped the game, like, literally last month. I'm not doing all that shit again, I'm sorry. I have a limit to how much grinding I can handle, alright? right? At least with this game, it's been like months between betas, so it's like not that bad going through it again, and they have added a lot of polish, and they've listened to feedback and stuff, but I think Pinnacle of Combat is probably one of the worst service game betas I've been a part of. Let's just wipe the game and then put out another beta with no changes, like 2 months later. Like, why do you even need to wipe at that point? You didn't add anything. Like, should have just, like, not wiped the second time, and then had, like, endgame content or something. That's the kind of stuff you really want to test. It's like, do people like the endgame gameplay loop, or do they not like it? So, I mean, that's how Diablo 4 is right now. Diablo 4's endgame it's not bad, but it's very poorly designed. A lot of the activities are like completely pointless, so it's not fun to like really grind on. What's up, Zex? How you doing, man? I'm doing better now. I'm doing better. Needed to rest the body and the mind after all that walking I did at the NerdCon, and then falling over. My legs were pretty jacked up, but I'm fine now. I've been doing 2 walks a day. I only did 1 today, but I just kind of took these I've had 2 days off from caregiving, so I haven't wanted to do much with the channel right now. Well, today I worked on a top secret project, which I'm under embargo for. I got the videos out for that already, so that's cool. Well, I don't have them out, but they're ready to upload. They didn't even tell me when the embargo lifts, so kind of had to be a little careful about what I say, but I have been working on something, in the background. I don't know, how do you even charge on this? I don't really have a lot of money right now. I don't know if I really even care. They've certainly added more things to buy. But I'm pretty much broke until the 1st, so I probably wouldn't spend on this anyway, because I spent like $50 on the last beta they did. So I get all the money back from that. I get double back. I'm like, I don't really feel like spending money again to get more back again. It's kind of silly. So we're going F2P this time. I'm not paying for a battle pass and the game's gonna wipe. I'm sorry. Nice try. Nice try, but I'm not gonna test your battle pass, right? That shit's gonna wipe, so no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. As much as we meme about betas having cash shops and stuff, it is good that they test how it works, and also make sure people feel it's a good value, because that's what happened with Wuthering Waves. They put the beta out for that, and everybody was expecting that game to have monetization like gacha, like PGR. PGR is very light on microtransactions. Like, to clear all the content in the game, it's a very inexpensive game to play. But then the Wuthering Waves beta, the monetization was basically just ripped straight from Genshin Impact. So meaning you get a shit value for your money, and you feel like shit for liking the game enough to pay. It is good to have this stuff in betas. As much as people don't like it, it mostly just depends on if they care to actually listen to feedback. And it's like, hey, you know, if we charge less for this, or we make the rates higher, you get more value for your money. We make more money, even though it's less per transaction. That kind of thing. But yeah, I'm not buying that right now. I'm free to play. I spent 20 bucks on PGR's Battle Pass a couple days ago, so that's my my gacha budget for the month. Things have been pretty fairly priced in this game, and it's not really pay to win, so it's cool if they need to add more income streams, but I'm not testing it. More financially fortunate people can test it. I gave these guys 50 bucks last time because I get double back. Like, I'm cool with that. I don't mind that. But they're wiping again, and this is supposed to be the last one, so I don't feel like devoting a ridiculous amount of time to this. Let's try it out. How much is the battle pass? Let's do the math here. Well, this would give you about like 30 pulls. It's like actually not that bad. How much is 80 Dragon Seal? So it's like 10 bucks. $10 battle pass is pretty competitive for this kind of game. Actually, it's actually not that bad. You don't get too much crazy stuff, but you easily make your money back. That's the catch, though. You got to keep playing the game, and there's the whole FOMO thing. So I guess you got to decide if that's worth your hard-earned money or not. But that's actually not a bad deal. I've seen way worse deals than that. Yeah, it's 80 Dragon Seal to unlock this. How many thousand ingots is that? It's like a couple thousand. I don't even remember what stuff costs in this game. The last time I cashed on this was like, what, like 8 months ago? That was a pretty long time ago. No, I'm not buying anything. That's pretty much what they've been doing with Pinnacle of Combat, is they just wipe over and over and over. It's like, dude, you're not even adding any new content, like... You're not even adding any new content. What's the reasoning behind wiping? That's what I don't understand. I know that for Diablo 4, the way they did it was they had, like, big channels. Like the really big ARPG channels, people that play like Lost Ark and Last Epic, Path of Exile, and Diablo 3. They gave them a beta with the endgame. So like they did do some testing. Obviously they wiped, but I kind of wish these games would do that more. Like, if you keep wiping over and over and over, it prevents people from getting to the endgame, and that's like the most important thing in these kinds of games is the end game gameplay loop, like, actually good? Does it make you want to keep playing? Does it feel like there's, you know, decent progression for doing your homework every day? And like, does the homework take too long? Those are things you really need to test. Because in all these games, even Diablo, which is like way more bigger budget than this, the story is nothing, right? The story takes like maybe like a week of like casual amount of game time to finish, and then the rest is just grinding. So if the grinding doesn't feel good, then people won't stick around, which is exactly what's happening with Diablo 4. The end game in that is very unrewarding. It's not really the problem that it's repetitive. I mean, it's a grinding game, so of course it's going to be repetitive. The problem is just that it's very unrewarding. You don't get a lot for you don't get a lot for how hard you have to play. That's kind of the problem. And then another important thing to do as well is, what was I going to say? Does it feel like you can make progress without spending money? Like, do you hit a paywall? Because some of these games you hit a really, really heavy paywall. Diablo Immortal, that was the problem with that game. You hit a pretty blatant paywall. Like, if you refuse to spend any money on the game, you're just way weaker than somebody who spends on it. So the game feels shitty to play because you're just not rewarded for playing free. Here we go. Let me change it here. I think this game definitely commits that sin for sure. It doesn't take too long to get to mapping, which is what I call these kinds of games. When, like, the campaign ends and you're just in the end game, like, loop, the gameplay loop. It doesn't take too long. But this is, like, the 4th time that I've done it, so... Like, maybe you should just have an option to give people, like, not a maxed out character, so that, you know, there's still something to go, there's still, like, some progression to have fun, to get, like, earn and everything, but, like, just let people get to the end game and see what you change. Because it's exhausting, you know, like, getting to the point where you can actually do mapping. That's what they call it in action RPGs. Like Lost Ark and Path of Exile and stuff. Mapping is basically just another term for, you know, when there's no more story, you're just doing homework every day. That's what people hate about Lost Ark. They hate the homework in that game. Like, yeah, it's exactly like DFO from what I've seen. You have a bunch of characters which the game incentivizes you to create, then the game is like a full-time job that doesn't pay. Full-time job that doesn't pay. You give them money instead of them giving you money. That's what I like about PGR. The homework is like 20-30 minutes tops. You can actually, like, justify playing, like, more than one of these games if that's my main one. No, this time the caching it carries over, so I don't think any mobile game company could get away with having a cache shop open and then wiping. That'd be a pretty tall order for sure. It's just I already did that on the last beta. I donated $50, so I get like 100 or something back. But I'm definitely not doing that again. I don't really think I'll play this for too long. Probably just see what's changed and move on. If this wasn't like the third time they're gonna wipe, then maybe I would play longer, but I don't have unlimited time. It takes quite a while to get the mapping. With the fatigue system, it takes like a couple days. If I'm gonna do that again, it'll be when they're not wiping anymore. They're also completely redesigning this game from the ground up, because this is an existing Chinese mobile game, but it was about as much of a generic mobile game as you could think. A foreign one, at least, Asian one, where like you did like trillions of damage and things had like 100,000 health bars. They toned all that shit down. They did like a number and stat squish, so they've had to like completely rebalance the game. I guess that's why they're doing so many betas. Because this is an existing game. It's not like it's a brand new game. It's just the Chinese one looks honestly pretty terrible. Your run-of-the-mill Asian service game with like crazy numbers and just like progression that feels hollow. They're trying to make it into a real game, and I guess that's why, in their defense, why they've done so many betas. It's not like PGR and Aethergazer and stuff, where they only did like one, and then they just went to full release. Because, you know, the game had already been out in other countries for years. They don't have anything to really test. And they didn't make any sweeping changes in how the game goes. Like, no, this is pretty much like a complete redesign of something that already exists, and I assume didn't do very well. Mobile game competition in China is very fierce, so I think they're trying to get foreigners to play it. It's hard to get people off like Genshin and PGR. Those are like the big ones right now. But yeah, they do have that in their defense. They're taking an existing game and turning it into something completely different, which doesn't happen that often. Usually what they do is they take the game when it completely dies and they turn it into like a Steam beat 'em up, like Dragon Spear, Magia X. Those are both failed mobile games that they turned into just flat purchases. They're still trying to make money off this, but I guess they're trying to make it into more of a real game. So, lots of number squishes and stuff.
私はめ
This is the same universe as Rainbrood Chronicles? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's not a knockoff. I just saw that question. I don't know if you're still here, but yeah, it's the same thing as that game. It's just we didn't get the other ones over here. Yeah, no, it's not a Chinese knockoff. It's a authentic new release, new installment, whatever you want to call it. I kind of had that suspicion as well the first time I played this, because this music track is from Mirage, the game that's on Steam. They seem to have made the parry window a lot larger. Felt like it was like 2 frames or some shit before. Now it feels like normal humans can do it now.
楽はそん さっきあ、そう新しいものをいくつか仕入れましたので、ぜひ店頭でご覧ください。
I will say the mobile version of this is barely improved at all. It's actually pretty embarrassing how bad it is. For one, the screen doesn't rotate, and also there's still no controller support. So, mobile version's pretty useless. And it's pretty concerning that this is like the last beta that they're doing for real this time. Like, no more wipes after this, and they still don't have that fixed. I think that should be a priority. I mean, maybe not, because Genshin Impact makes like $1 bajillion a month, and they don't have it either, but... the PC port is like rock solid. It feels like the opposite of what a lot of these other games are like, where the PC port is an afterthought, and the mobile one is like the one that's actually worth playing. It feels like the mobile version is an afterthought. I won't bother playing this at all on mobile unless they put some serious effort into improving it. It's a crap version of the game, pretty much. Probably just use it to use the cash shop. Actually playing on there is pretty miserable. I can't believe you can't even rotate the screen. Like, how does that not work? I pointed that out in the last beta, and they did nothing about it. Like, come on, man. That's pretty basic functionality. It makes it so I can't even rig my own ghetto controller support like I do with other games I play, like Tales of the Rays. Hopefully they're actually going to care about that. A lot of people don't have gaming PCs. Especially for like a mobile game market, or like mobile should be like the lead platform for something like this. The PC and console versions are for like power users because they have way more stuff to play than a mobile gamer for sure. Strange oversight to not have that fixed.
攻撃か。ああ、全ては過去の存在です。
この行為を
I don't know if you guys know, but I won a $500 contest for this last year. They did a video contest, which is something you should always try if you're a content creator, because there's at least some skill involved. I won second place, so they gave me a $500 Amazon gift card. So that's one of the reasons why I keep playing this, because, I mean, I won a contest for it. I think that's worth my time. That's also why I was cool with donating $50 last beta. And, like, I recorded that from my phone too. It was like the most like ghetto quality. I didn't think I would win. I thought they would hate that I openly admitted that I used software to make the controller work, and they still gave me second place. I was like, I wasn't sure if I should have said that, but apparently they don't care. It's not like they don't have a Call of Duty mobile view on using controller emulation. That game they ban you. This they don't seem to care. I was kind of really anxious when I made that video. It was like, I'm very clearly using third-party software to get the controller to work. It's like, well, the game should have controller support in the first place, so I didn't feel too bad. They gave me second place, so I couldn't really complain, really. Call of Duty Mobile, if you use the app I use to simulate controller support, games that don't support it, they just ban you. But like, I think the app is blocked. Like, if you try to use it, it blocks it somehow. Like, yeah, maybe people don't want to play first-person shooters. Sweaty first-person shooters with a fucking touchscreen. I don't think people are doing it out of malice. Touchscreen is just a shitty way to play hardcore games, period. Why you gotta punish people for trying to do it? You should just have native controller support. Put people in a different ranking bracket or something if it's that much of a problem. Like, hey, you have a controller detected, we're gonna put you in different matchmaking, compared to, like, just the average mobile user. Turn screen shake off. Please tell me I can turn screen shake off. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't like screen shake. Fucks with my eyes. Should stop relying on screen shake to simulate impact and attacks. Some games have way too much screen shake. This game's screen shake's not that bad. It's tolerable, but generally when I play a game, it's one of the first things I turn off, so along with motion blur. It's worse if the game has screen shake and motion blur simultaneously. That's like unplayable to me. Not a fan. It depends on the game though. Screen shake in this is like not that noticeable. Weird how this game has crossplay with console, mobile, and PC, but then the mobile version sucks. It's like I put like the least amount of effort into it. It's strange. Plenty of people play PGR on mobile. They don't play the PC port or emulator. They compete just fine. It really feels like on this you would have to have some kind of non-mobile device to be competitive in this game. The way the mobile version is right now.
おそらくこれが最高の結末です。
Alright, well, I'm gonna wait and see if anybody else shows something new. Really, I don't feel like doing that grind for like the 4th time. Starting to feel like it's the definition of insanity to do that. Supposedly it's the last time copium. Maybe they actually mean it this time. I don't know, it just takes like a couple days to get the maps, so I don't feel like doing that again.
俺はもう準備万端だ。
僕が計算した弾道から逃げられる者などいません。隠れているスネークだ。
最悪は私と共に国王できるという